I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test part 203. But it's Customs and Traditions part 10 or so. And we're just answering the question at the end of the chapter. We had done this all the previous parts, and that all while doing leg stretching. And if you participate in the leg stretching, that is at your own risk. So we're starting with the leg stretching. We're bringing one leg in front with the heel onto the ground, and we're pulling the toes towards us. And from time to time, we're going to contract the quad muscles. Stretch and now contract the quad muscles and keep them contracted. But before we go to the questions, we want to go over what we already had. So we had three saints days already, and we were releasing already the stretch. We had the 1st March, that is St. George Day in England. And when we have the 17th March, that is St. Patrick, Ireland, and we're contracting again. And when we had the 23rd April, that was St. George Day. The 1st March is St. David, Wales. So the 23rd April was St. George. So 1st Wales, 1st March. 1st March, Wales, St. And release the contraction. Wales had St. David. St. David. Okay, Wales had St. David, 1st March. Contract again. And 17th March was in St. Patrick Island, and 23rd April, St. George, England. And we had not really done 30th November, St. Andrew's Day, Scotland. 30th November, St. Andrew's Day, Scotland. And the 31st October, that would be Halloween. So these 4 do we have? Real legs for last time. And when we have Christmas Day, before Christmas Day there's Christmas Eve, and after Christmas Day there's Boxing Day, 24th, 25th, 26th December, contract again. It is the festival celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. Many people are coming to the church, and people are usually at home. We're changing the leg, and we're having meals in the traditional way. The other leg in front, pull the toes towards you and contract again. We're eating, for example, Christmas pudding. We're eating roasted turkey or mince pies. Mince pies. And they are bringing a home into the house, and they're decorating the tree. And we're sending cards, we're giving gifts, and some people say that presents were brought by Santa Claus or Father Christmas. Relax the leg, not the tree, the quad muscles again. And then we're having Easter, and contract again. Easter is March or April, and Good Friday is the first day basically. No, let's start at the beginning. It's Shrove Tuesday. On that day, pancakes are eaten with the rest of milk, add, and fat. Then on Ash Wednesday, where the Lent starts, 40 days long, and release of contraction. And some people are getting an ash cross for sorrow, for sin, and as a sign for death. And when there's 40 days Lent, where in the time people have traditionally, contract again, fasted, and today some people are choosing to give on something up which it's hard for them to give up on, and means something to them, like a food or smoking or a habit or anything. And relax again the leg. And then there's Good Friday. That is the day, remembering the day when, or it marks the day when Jesus Christ was crucified. And then later the Easter Sunday, contract again. That is the day where celebrated that Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, had risen again from the dead. And the Good Friday and the Easter Monday, so after the Easter Sunday, these are public holidays. And relax for last time. And when we have, yes, there are chocolate eggs, sometimes presented to people, and contracted for last time quad muscles. And then we have Diwali. Diwali is October, November, and it's the festival of light. It celebrates the win of good over evil. And we bring the next exercise, the anchor chain stability test. The leg at the outside and the torso pulling forward, and we're pressing a bit into the ground. Diwali Festival of Lights, it celebrates the win of good over evil and the gaining of knowledge. And it's celebrated by Hindu and Sikh. Hindu and Sikh. And that's all. Yes, in Leicester there are great festivals and decorations, like here on the left top, right top. That left top is Christmas. And this is, of course, probably not a family, but cast of models. And they're not related in any way. But they should be a family, probably. And release the leg stretching a little bit, but we're keeping the leg there. And when we're having Hanukkah, it's November or December. Hanukkah, but it's November or December, and it celebrates or it commemorates the struggle for freedom of the Jews, and it's also celebrating that there was oil which lasted only for 1 day, lasted for 8 days. Press again the leg into the ground, and so Hanukkah lasts for 8 days, and every day on a menorah, on something called menorah, a candle is lighted. And the other leg to be outside, torso pointing forward, and we're pressing a bit into the ground. And then we're having Eid al-Fitr. It's at the end of Ramadan, and there are some Muslims who were successful during the fasting, during the Ramadan month, are thanking Allah for strength that we could fast. And there are Muslims attend special services and meals. And when we have Eid al-Adha, that remembers that Abraham had so much devotion to God that he wanted to offer, as was ordered to him, his son to God, or to Allah. And what about, I don't know it. He has written God. So I don't know. It reminds Muslims of their own commitment to God. And release the leg, stretch a bit, but keep the leg there. And there's sometimes an animal in a professional slaughterhouse killed and then eaten. And when we have Vaishakhi, and it's a Sikh festival, press again the leg in the ground, a Sikh festival, and it celebrates the founding of Sikh community. And the Sikh community is known as Khalsa or something like that. And it's celebrated on the 14th April with parades, dancing and singing. So 14th April. No, it was 14th February, Valentine's Day. And now the next exercise, flex foot at the outside, and we're bringing it up, ending it down. That is the hydraulic cardiac. Ending it up and down. So 14th April. So they are not on the same day. Maybe that's it already to distinguish them. And Valentine's Day is 14th February, and 14th April is Vaishakhi. And with parades, dancing and singing, we celebrated the founding of a Sikh community known as culture. And when we're having a bunch more, we're having New Year, also known as Hogmanay, in Scotland. And in Scotland, that is a bigger festival for some people than celebrating Christmas. And the other leg. And there's New Year's Eve on the 31st in the night, and then there's New Year's Day on the 1st. This is a public holiday in Scotland. Also, the second is a public holiday, and nothing else more here. They celebrate on the night of the 31st December. He has not written how, but I think it's also the fireworks. It's an important highlight. And now Valentine's Day is on the 14th February. And people in love are sending nice letters to each other. When we're having April's Fool's Day, some people are making completely harmless jokes to other people, and this is of course only legal if these jokes are actually harmless and without consequences. And then there's Mothering Sunday 3 weeks before Easter, and Father's Day, the third Sunday in June. Sunday. So both are on Sundays. Mother's Sunday is 3 weeks before Easter. Mother's Day or Mothering Sunday. And the last time. And now we're going to the next exercise. And which is the card race or the card race. I must look it up. And we're going with the hands to the knee which is behind of us. And we're leaning in front of the shoulder to the knee which is in front of us. So Mothering Day or Mother's Day is 3 weeks before Easter on a Sunday. And Father's Day is the third Sunday in June. And when we have Halloween, that is on the 31st October, some people customize themselves and going around as monsters or something like that, knocking at the doors and asking if they can get a little sweet, and they're saying trick or treat. And when we have bonfire night, that's on the 5th November, because in 1605, Guy Fawkes and some other people had plotted to make a bomb attack onto the parliament, which did not happen, which was prevented. And in that night, people are making fireworks, and not to the other side. And when we have one last one, maybe it was Halloween, and we go with our hands to the nearest pass, and again in front. Remembrance Day. Remembrance Day is on the 11th of November, and it remembers the end of the First World War on the 11th of November 1918 at 11 o'clock and 11 minutes. And at 11 o'clock, just 11 o'clock. Okay, at just 11 o'clock, there's a 2-minute silence. And the center of this Remembrance Day is this center, which is in London. And I'm going to look in a moment where. In Whitehall. In Whitehall, London. There's a center. And later 1920. And when we're having somehow bank holidays, now we're going just into the 1990 position of the legs, and we're going in front. When we're having bank holidays, and on these bank holidays, the banks are closed and many businesses, and most people don't, so many people don't work on these days. And we're at the beginning of May, in late May or early June, and in August. And in Northern Ireland, the anniversary of the Battle of Boyne in July is also a public holiday. Battle of Boyne. Maybe we're going to find it just, we're going to take it, keep it in our head, but we won't wait for it. No, wait, it was after the Glorious Revolution. James II wanted to regain the throne. And now we're going into the pigeon pose. We only know already how to do the pigeon pose without injuring yourself. James II wanted to regain the throne and invaded Ireland with the help of the French army. William defeated James II at the Battle of Boyne in Ireland in 1690. William of Orange, who reigned together with Queen Anne. William defeated James II at the Battle of Boyne in Ireland in 1690, an event which is still celebrated by some in Northern Ireland today. Now we have that's a public holiday in Northern Ireland. William defeated James II, and it's celebrated in Northern Ireland. So we should check to understand. The main, yeah, you have sport. I said something to, if you know what sports are. The main Christian festivals that are celebrated in the UK. We just have to know it all. And we will come a couple of times back to them and go through them all again. So we will do that in the next parts where we come to back and that. But what I just said is what we have to know, so we understand the question, and we just have to remember it, so that's why we have to come back a couple of times. And we're going over to the other leg. First into the 1990 position of the legs, so both legs having 90 degrees. And now we're leaning just in front. That's the first thing we should check, and the same thing, other religious festivals that are important in the UK. The main Christian festivals are the main here, Boxing Day, Easter, and Christmas Day. I don't know if Boxing Day is of religious importance. And there's also nothing good to Boxing Day. Just one sentence, just that it is there and that it is a public holiday. And now we're going in front, again into the pigeon pose with this leg. When we're having a question, some of the other events that are celebrated in the UK, so we're meaning them here. So other festivals, so we should know the Christmas, or the Christian festivals. We should know festivals which other religions which are in the United Kingdom have, or at least the ones listed here. And we should know also Christianity, just the two listed here. And then some other festivals like New Year, Valentine's Day, April Fool's Day, Mothering Sunday, Father's Day, Bonfire Night, Halloween, and Remembrance Day. And what a bank holiday is. We will come back to all that a couple of times. So what you can say, we have done the chapter, we just have to learn what we had here. But we have the information. And so we can go in a moment to the last exercise. Going now into the butterfly stretch. just the soles of the feet together. We're sitting tall and straight up, and we're leaning in front. The next chapter will then be sport. So we don't have time left. I thank you very much, and until the next time, to sport.